Yeah.
Hi, I'm Shawnee McBaquilla from Kool and the Gang, and you're listening to Heard It on the X.
I've been around for you, been up and down for you, but I just can't get any relief. I've swallowed my pride for you, lived a life for you, but you still make me feel like...
Once again, folks, welcome back to the East Coast premier music talk show. Often imitated, but absolutely never duplicated, and there's so many people that are trying it, it's ridiculous anymore. Honestly, that's like a whole different show to me.
It's like a format. You get a smart guy, and then a goon to sit next to him.
Yeah.
Of course, the smart guy's me.
Terrible thing to say about yourself. It's so funny because someone likened me and Kim Marie the other day to Beauty and the Beast, and I thought,
yeah, I could see it.
Calling Kim a beast is an awful thing to do, isn't it?
I could see it. She's a devil. She's a demon.
So you got a little bit more breaking news on what's going on with the
news.
Whitney Houston story?
This just came down about 20 minutes ago. Their daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, was released from the hospital just about 20 minutes ago, the only child of the late singer Whitney Houston. Following her mother's death, she collapsed and they wouldn't let her see the body, but she is now out of the hospital and apparently doing fine.
So she's out. It's the second time that she was hospitalized. They wouldn't let her see the body. Do you know that?
Yeah.
She went to the hotel. She was held up. Dionne Warwick was too, held up.
And apparently Ray J was.
I guess she was dating Ray J. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. You think
Speaking-
Kim Kardashian's mad?
Well, speaking of Kim Kardashian, I'm glad you brought that up. I seen a picture of that disgusting pig, Kim Kardashian, on
TMZ.
TMZ, exactly.
Yeah.
At the Clive Davis party. At the Clive Davis party, you know, which they decided Clive Davis's party is like this monumental party that they have in California pre-Grammys. Clive Davis discovered her also. So Kim Kardashian, who's useless, I mean, she has no talent whatsoever, somehow, you know, conned her way into this party. She gets in, she's got pictures of her in the most revealing dress I've ever seen in my life.
And this party was supposed to be, you know,
it was originally, it's a regular party, you know,
Yeah.
but after the passing, there, you know, and I guess maybe she had the outfit on already, but I mean, it's so ridiculous to see, you know, her stupid beaming face in all these pictures when they're supposedly talking about, you know, it was mourning a friend. I mean, and a lot of people there, Whitney was their friend, and they're mourning Whitney.
There's a video on TMZ of Alicia Keys doing "I Want to Dance with Somebody" and then going into her song "No One" last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, and Alicia Keys is brilliant too. Let's go to the phones and see what Ron has to say. Ron, are you there?
Yeah, man.
Hey, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know, unfortunately, where I'm located, I can't pick up the program, so I caught a little drift off of Facebook that this was going to be occurring. So I kind of been waiting in there until after the hockey game and such. You know, one of the things that you know, obviously, she, you know, was a incredible, beyond words type of artist, singer, you know, orchestrator. She knew the music business without the help of others also. It wasn't just anybody just giving her a kick in one direction or a kick in another direction. She took the direction that she wanted to take because she's who she was. But you know, her last few years here, the drug involvement and everything. What my take of the whole scenario is that she was pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, pretty much playing with crack cocaine. And what I do observe and had looked at a couple different pictures and takes and things. What had probably happened is she and the autopsy isn't out yet, and that I heard of. I haven't heard anything about disclosure of that type of thing.
Actually, Ron, just really quick to comment on it. Go ahead.
I'm going to try to get to my point where you're basically. what I want to say is that she got a hold of some very good crack, and so she wasn't ready for it. She took a big blast, and it happened to be what they refer to in the lingo as a bell ringer. Well, it was probably her last bell ringer, and it's a real unfortunate scenario. But a 48-year-old person, I'm 58 years old, and it just doesn't make any sense. It definitely has something to do with the drug end of it. I just saw a picture of her and the other artist who just passed away too because of the same type of situation.
Amy Winehouse, yeah, yes.
Yeah, Winehouse, yeah. And I saw those two together. Winehouse looked, I've never seen anybody look so out of it in my life.
Yeah.
And then Whitney was right behind her. And, again, let her rest in peace, but, she definitely is not making a good statement for our children right now. And that statement is too late, because now all of this stuff is going to be uncovered and everything else, and it's going to be all made public very shortly.
That's true. That's true.
So, about what I had to say with the program, I guess, kind of me just giving a viewpoint. I am a professional concert promoter, producer. I've been around it all. I've done it all my life. I've worked with major superstars. With that in mind, I have also been backstage and things of that nature. But again, when you have that kind of money and you're not performing, and you just you're looking for something to do, well, unfortunately, I think she got hooked up with the wrong thing to do, and I thought she was a little smarter than that.
Yeah, you're right, Ron. You're right, and I appreciate you calling and sharing your thoughts with us. Thank you so much. Ron's right. I mean, I've heard the stories too of the crack cocaine use. Xanax is what was, and the autopsy.
Yeah, that was the original thing that I heard, is that she was taking Xanax, and there was also alcohol involved.
And you know what? A lot of these drugs are used to wean people off drugs. That's the one problem with society now is to get people off of drugs, to get people off
more drugs.
Yeah, you give them a different drug, which you then get addicted to. I mean, it's just a very tough situation. It's a very tough situation to be in. It's a hard thing to be an addict, and it's definitely a hard thing to be an addict now.
Yeah, it's not like the 60s, like you were saying.
No, I mean, even the drugs that are made to help you will do damage. I mean, there's a street value to drugs that's right now that are designed to help people get off of other drugs. There's a street value to them. People will buy them and use them as the drug of choice. It's very sad. Anything new coming in besides the daughter?
Nothing new at this point, but yes, as he was saying, the autopsy is done. They are just waiting on
toxicology. Yeah, how long? That would probably take a couple weeks.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen fast.
Yeah, usually it takes about a week or two. I believe with the Amy Winehouse death, it took a week or two. So,
why does it take so long? Anyways,
Jim, why does it take so long?
Because they keep screwing everything up. They got to redo it so many times.
Oh, is that why, Jim?
Yeah.
For real?
That's Jim's expert opinion.
A lot of people don't know that Jim is a nurse. It's Jim RN.
Yeah.
So Jim knows all this stuff.
They call me the doctor, he's the nurse.
Yeah, exactly.
How long do you think?
Because they keep screwing everything up.
Yeah, they just mess it up, man. That's why.
I don't know, Rich. Why are you asking me? Can't you ask me a question I can answer?
How do you think there's going to be a Whitney movie?
Oh, absolutely.
How long do you think?
Oh, that's another thing, too. Do you know that she just co-starred in a movie that was going to release in August?
No, I
guarantee they moved that up now, too, yeah. Well, and two of us, I don't know that if you search it, you'll find it. I was just going through some notes and I found it. But if you go through the... I've totally lost my train of thought here. I remember. If you go through the database of movies, you'll see it. It's supposed to come out in August, and she's got 2 new singles in it, so I guarantee that'll come forward now.
Yeah, it says it's actually about a singing group that deals with the troubles of fame and drugs.
Oh, well, that's really how fitting.
Yeah, it says it's called Sparkle. It's due out in August.
Sparkle, that's the name.
It's a remake of a '76 film, and it's loosely based on the story of the Supremes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And yeah, it says it was due out in August.
Let's go to Dave and Clarence and see what Dave has to say. Dave, you there?
Hey, Rich, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, good. It's a great show, man.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
a really good show.
Thank you. What are your thoughts on everything?
Well, I first want to compliment you. Last year, you did a show about Led Zeppelin's early albums
I did.
that I thought was absolutely amazing. I mean, that was ready for, if it had video, it would have been ready for PBS.
Oh, that's a very nice thing to say. Thank you. We put a lot of work into that.
Okay. I need some stuff for a studio I'm building at home, so hopefully I'll see you Monday or Tuesday.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. What are your thoughts?
One of the things about Whitney was that I think she had perfect pitch, and I don't know if enough people understand, you know, what that is or what that means. But when you're singing, you know, solo without accompaniment, just voice only, she was absolutely able to, you know, use her voice and to hear the notes and to nail it. You know, it just wasn't about her range, you know, which was magnificent. It just wasn't about her tone or tonality, which was magnificent. The fact was that she had the sound in her head and in her ears, and she was able to project that.
You know, that might.
It's a very rare thing.
And you know something, what you said is so true, and it was visible in that "I Will Always Love You," where a modulation occurs during a part where she comes back by herself and modulates without any accompaniment. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. She's a
great loss for all of us.
It really is, and you know what? Like I say, anymore it's just. I guess it's with the talent pool diminishing like it is. You just hate to see anyone go, of course, but I just thought Amy Winehouse was brilliant. Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson. Come on. I mean, now Whitney, it's like, boy, you're just losing them so quickly. You're either losing them to age where they're becoming, you know, they don't do anything anymore, or you're losing them to death, and it's just such a shame anymore.
Well, I mean, there's young talent coming up all the time, but there's now those, you know, I don't even know what they're, the vocalizers or whatever.
Yeah, look, pitch correction and stuff like that, sure, yeah, it's nothing is...
And that diminishes or that waters down, you know, so much of it, like you were saying about the Kardashians, is about just raw, you know, sexuality, and that's actually what's destroying the music business because they seem to have to pitch the visual rather than understanding the composition or the production or you know, the work of the artist.
I totally agree with you. Dave, I appreciate you calling, and I hope to see you next week, my friend.
Yes, thanks, man.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye. That was very nice thing of Dave to say.
And Dave should stay tuned because we have a big announcement.
Dave should stay tuned because we do have a big announcement coming up after this commercial break. Stick around, folks. More Heard It on the X. Hi, this is Rich. We've been telling you about hamburger